origins began in that swinging time known as the 60s.
We are broadcasting a picture and sound so that you may adjust your television receiver.
There are only 2 networks on our screens. So when a third commercial station was approved, Sir Reg Ansett began construction of a purpose-built studio in outer Melbourne.
It was these lovely modern studios, and in those days 9 and 7 was sort of a bit ramshackle. You went in and it was clean, pristine, modern, state-of-the-art. That gave you a great feeling.
The fledgling new network provided exciting career opportunities for people like Eugenie Allen, the network's first switchboard operator.
I noticed that they were building Channel 10 and inquired what was going on. I wrote for the position, and 3 months before the channel opened, I was working there.
That's what it takes to make a TV station.
August the 1st, 1964, Channel O is now part of the life of Melbourne.
Made up of studios in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane and Adelaide, the network had its beginnings in news and variety.
Showcase 66.
In our day, we had time for the audiences to get to know us and to know our idiosyncrasies and know if they liked us or didn't like us.
A television station that appealed for the teenage market for the very first time. Saturday mornings, there was The Go Show. A lot of teenage hit shows, discos.
Welcome to The Go Show.
People like Olivia Newton-John and Normie Rowe, you know, all the huge big stars started on The Go Show. You know, this was a show that I'd watched over in WA. This was the pinnacle of rock and roll in Australia, you know, The Go Show. Because I had experience as a television host, I was asked to host.
You know, this is just about my second Go Show, and both weeks... Yeah, this is my third, that's right. I can't even count today.
It was just a real honour and a big break for me.
How do you like my coat?
Because as soon as I started hosting The Go Show, my record went to number 1.
Sunny, you smiled at me and really
The first show that I think I was involved in was Commotion. We had so many laughs, so much fun. It was brilliant. I can't tell you how much the freedom was in those days. The monkey was this, and the oval was this. Do that, and then...
Being across 2 frequencies, the network was known as the O10 network.
Channel 10 was a very low frequency and a vast amount of viewers couldn't reach it, so they had to encourage viewers to adapt their TV antennas to pick up Channel O.
But ratings were down and drastic decisions had to be made. Enter number 96.
It was a 5 nights a week primetime serial. Nobody else in the world was doing 5 nights a week. So they really were going for broke, and they had to get something to get people watching the show.
The door! Close the door!
I think it was a little more outspoken than Channel 10 were expecting, but they had the guts to go ahead with what became a very controversial show.
I hate a girl who talks business.
I spotted you coming down the stairs in your white hoods.
Well, I was at Channel 9 at 8:30 every night. It wasn't unusual to see the monitors in Studio 9 being turned over to Channel 10 to watch 96.
Do you think it will come quickly? Well, if the rest of the evening is anything to go by, it should be here before you've got your tie on.
By the mid-70s, the O10 network had found its groove, was in full swing and into experimenting.
Sir Les Patterson. Well, now Sir Les and I go back a long way. And they came on the show, I remember, with little Jackie Weaver, as he called her.
Oh, yes, Peppy.
I have to say that if they'd be shown today, we'd be taken off air. I think it would be a clear question of abuse.
And he ran the tape up me inside leg. Might like to do that later, Jackie.
With the introduction of the theme following this announcement, transmission on Channel 10 will commence.
After 15 years of confusion, the O10 network finally resolved the 2-frequency problem, with all states moving to the 10 frequency. So that's where it all began. And after all those years of experimenting, improving and seeing what would stick, the entertainment network was on its way.
This is it.